Hi, welcome to Cos We Like Movies, a podcast about our love of films. Basically, it's three friends talking about films, what we like, what we dislike, and we pick a genre each week, and we pick a film each. So we go on about three films from that genre, talk about what we like, what we dislike, and so on and so forth. Right, a little bit about ourselves. I'm your host, Hector. I watch films, a shit ton of films. You know, we're no critics. We like what we like. My favourite genre is sci-fi. Star Wars is my favourite films. The original Star Wars. You know, not the prequels or the new one. The originals. What I was brought up on. That's a little bit about myself. Right, my other two hosts are Paul and Steve, and Paul can go next and tell you a little bit about himself.
Yeah, so I'm Paul. I like films too. Least favourite's going to be rom-coms and horror. Bit naff. One of my favourite films I'm going to be revealing in a minute, which is The Godfather. But I like most genres. So there you go.
Steve,
Cool.
okay.
How's it going? I'm Steve. I'm bit of a film buff, but like you say, no critic. But have all our favourite types of films I like. Yeah, maybe not so much for chick flicks. I have to say chick flicks, but yeah, big on the sci-fi, but quite like the fantasy as well. I'm big into the soundtracks of films as well.
Yeah, but chick flicks, if you got a chick, it's all good. You know, get him in the mood.
If she's fit, if she's rough, then no.
I love it. If she's fit. Fair enough. Right.
You could even do a podcast about that, Fittest Actresses. Yeah. What films are in it?
Yeah, I'm sure you could talk about that all.
Well, we might do something like
So
that.
could you, my man. So could you.
Right, this is basically what a podcast's going to be about. Us basically talking about a couple of films. There's going to be a lot of piss taking as well. And by the way, guys, there'll be quite a bit of swearing because I'm not going to hold back, and I'm sure these two aren't going to hold back either. So, word of warning, if
What
you...
the fuck should we?
Yeah, there you go.
And spoiler alert as well. Don't forget that.
Right, basically the genre for this week is gangster movies. And I'll let... whichever one of you two want to go first, I'll go in the middle. So... Alright, Steve, you should go first because you raised your finger, which everyone can see on a podcast. Me, sir?
Yeah, I chose the 1979 absolute classic, The Warriors.
These are the armies of the night.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
The Furies, the Boppers, the Hi-Hats, the Lizzies, the Turnbull ACs, the Gramercy Riffs.
Riffs! Yeah!
And these are the Warriors.
It's based on a 1960 Soul Europe novel. And for those of you that haven't seen, I'm sure a lot of you probably have. It's a brilliant kick-ass movie. It's really worth watching. It's basically set around all the gangs in New York, and there's a massive big gang called Gramercy Riffs, and the leader decides to get all the gangs together to unite to sort of basically overtake the police and rule, well, pretty much all of New York. So everyone gets there, and then there's a bit of a spoiler alert here, but he does get shot, and this one gang called the Warriors gets framed for it, and it wasn't actually their fault. So chaos breaks out, and they have to bop their way back, all their way back to Coney Island. But they didn't actually realise that they got set up So basically, they get all the way down there, and they're like, "Oh no, we got set up." And then they get let off at the end, and there's just loads of good action, and the acting's actually pretty good.
Is there any good actors in it? Any ones that we would know?
There's not like many big people in it. There's that guy, one of the villains in it plays Luther. He's I can't remember what his name is now, but he's in Commando. He plays Sully, the one that I was gonna kill you last.
Oh yeah.
Over the edge. He's in it. He's quite a little mean character in it. But no, some of them really good cast, and it's a excellent soundtrack as well, which I'm holding up here. Yeah.
They can't say it. They can't say it.
One of the tunes is done by where is it? Joe Walsh from the Eagles. It's quite a good little air guitar tune which they play at the end of the film. soundtrack. It was only a 4 million budget film, and it made 22.5 million on the box office.
Back in the day, that's a lot of fucking money. It's got quite
quite ahead of its time as well, isn't it? For 1979.
Well, yeah, and it's got quite a cult following, isn't it, as well now? It's one of those films that you hear. A lot of people love it as well. You hear like people, you say, "Oh, the Warriors," and they're like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, that's a classic."
Yeah, that's the one.
So it's there a line in it, isn't it? Is it that Warriors come out to play?
Warriors come out to play. Warriors come out to play. Warriors come out to play. Warriors come out to play.
Yeah, I was going to cue that a bit up. The guy in it plays Luther. He's at the end, and they're in their car waiting, and the Warriors are inside a little like shed, and they've just they're all packed, and they've got all like little weapons and stuff. And he's in the car, and he's got these 3 glass jars. He's clinging them together. He's going, "Warriors, come out to play!" And he repeats it several times. And it's just like, "Yeah, come on, they're so gonna get it." It really builds up the tension. It was almost like a standoff sort of thing, but it's really well done. And also, they brought out a game on the PS2, which I think it's now you can get it on the PS4 now. And that's just brilliant. It is just like the films. The swearing in it, you can like mug people, you steal car stereos, and it's absolutely brilliant. And the voices are just like from the film as well.
Did they take them? Do you know if they took them, the footage from the film at all to it?
Yeah, actually, the intro, the film is just like in the film. All the gangs all start making their way to the Bronx for the meeting, and it does all that. And the CGI is quite. I mean, it's PS2 graphics, but it's still pretty good. You get the whole atmosphere of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, guys, we're gamers as well. We're complete nerds.
I must confess, I did get it on the PS4. I just love the game. It's so good.
Yeah, we have seen.
You can have like 2-player rumbles and stuff and everything. It's pretty good. It's definitely worth getting. Definitely worth getting. So I think I've got loads of info on it actually as well.
Yeah.
We brought out the director Walter Hill. He did some other classics. He did 48 Hours.
Eddie Murphy and old what's his face?
Nick Nolte.
That's the one.
Yeah. Nick Nolte?
Yeah, Nick Nolte.
Yeah. And he did another 48 Hours. He also did another gangster film, Last Man Standing, Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I
alright.
don't think I've ever seen that one. Is it any good?
That's alright.
From what I remember, yeah, it's alright. It's nothing
It's
special.
it's a bit like a modern day western for that, isn't it? So
It's not bad.
A bit like Lawless.
Didn't catch that one.
Lawless.
Oh, Lawless.
yeah,
Yes.
Tom Hardy.
tiny bit like that. I like that genre. Yeah.
That is good.
Wow.
And he did Red Heat and Brewster's Millions as well.
Brewster's Millions, fucking classic.
Yeah, no,
John Candy, fucking Richard Pryor. Oh, absolute classic.
That is good. But yeah, no, he basically did like there was the original theatrical version of the film, and then he did a director's cut in 2005. And it's a little bit different. It just goes to each scene. It suddenly goes, meanwhile, at the station, and does it like a comic book. Because the director was a real big fan of comic books, so he does it like it's worth getting if nobody's got that. Definitely worth getting that.
I seen the Warriors once, and that was years and years and years ago. I should probably pick it back up and watch it again.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got it on Blu-ray, mate. You borrow it if you want.
Really, I should do. Yeah.
Definitely worth a watch. And then only last year they did a last subway ride home reunion up in Coney Island. They had like loads of cosplay stuff going on. All the actors who played the Baseball Furies were there. And the guys that played Swan, Fox, Cochise, Cleon and Vermin all got on the subway and did like a train ride.
Oh, nice.
And there were some people that recognised were like, "Oh my god, it's the Warriors!" We were really excited. I'd probably do that as well. I'd be like, "Holy shit!" And apparently they're working on a TV series of it as well with Paramount Pictures.
I did hear something of that, but I don't know. Did it ever come to fruition?
That's pretty much all it said, so I'm guessing maybe not.
See, that's a big word as well.
Well, yeah. Well, Tony Scott was going to remake it back in was it 2005 or something? But obviously he passed away.
Yeah.
And the other guy was Mark Neville Dean was going to take it over, but I don't know if that ever happened. I don't really think that's probably going to happen now at all. But,
You never know though.
No, you never know. And Nesco Toys released a load of action figures. I didn't know that.
No.
How good is that? I'm so going to get some of those.
You're going to eat eBay later.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
me and Paul went out as a Halloween once. When was that? 4 years ago? 4 or 5 years?
Like 6 years ago, man. A long time ago.
Yeah, Paul went out as a cowboy with the hat on. I went out as Ajax, the one with gloves, and put a bit of like bruised eyes and stuff. People walking past go, Warriors!
Yeah, that was good. That was.
Oh,
that was good fun. So yeah, guys, if you've not seen that film, I really do worth watching. It's an old film, but old films are just as good as new ones, aren't they?
well, some of them better really. Not being funny. You know, they don't make films like they used to.
I mean, it's just over 36 years old, that film, but I mean, you don't get bored of watching The Goonies or Back to the Future, do you?
No, classic films, man. You can't beat them. You cannot beat them.
Yeah. Cool.
Is that your one? You all sorted on that one?
Yeah, that's it. That's all my 2 slips of A4 notes written down.
Sweet. No, that's good enough. No, some good information there, and hopefully people will, you know.
I'd like to add a couple of things about Warriors as well, if I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah, it's also one of my favourite films as well. There are a few things in there, like the character Fox, who's in there. You don't see him in any of the credits, in any of the director's cuts or original cuts, because he fell out with the director, so he never put his name in it.
Dirty.
Oh, weird.
It's one of the main characters, so he's in there. And the famous
one
thing.
got killed off, wasn't he, on the subway? He gets killed
subway.
off. Yeah.
And the famous thing when they go, Warriors! He's only supposed to say that. So, but he himself, David Patrick Kelly, he also played the bad guy on The Crow, one of my favourite films of them. He did the milk bottles himself. It wasn't written in the script. So he just did it. But it was the truth effect, and they kept it in there.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Couple of nice little facts there.
And also, the book is more violent and rougher than the film.
They always are.
Yeah.
What, for a 1965 novel? Well,
it's more violent. So, like, when they meet Mercy, they're a bit more nastier. So they kind of toned it down for the thing, and they've changed some of it, made it so the characters are nicer. Which probably works better, really. Makes it a better film.
They did the comic. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, the comic was out before the film," and it wasn't. They actually did the comic based on the film. The book was before the film, then it was the film, then it was the comic. So yeah. So everybody out there, that's what it is.
That's the way it goes. Listen to us. We know.
We know we're never wrong. We know.
That's it.
If we're wrong, it's because we were meant to be wrong.
Nice. Right. Let's go on to film number 2. Do you want to go or shall I go, Paul?
I'll go next on that one.
Okay, knock yourself out.
So, as I mentioned in the book, The Warriors is based in the book. My next one, my favourite all-time films, The Godfather is also based in the book, by Mario Puzo.
What do you want of me? Do what I beg you to do.
Now you come to me and you say, Don Corleone, give me justice. You come into my house and you ask me to murder.
I ask you for justice.
That is not justice.
They want to get mixed up in the family business. You got to get up close like this. Bada bing! You blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
This came out in 1972. And it tells the story of the Corleone family. Vito, the head, patriarch, he's like the Don. He's like the head of the 5 families of New York. It kind of tells his story and his kids' stories, how it proceeds. So the film starts off in this happy wedding for his daughter Connie. The story, Michael, the youngest son, comes back from war. He's like a war hero. It's 1940s, so I should have mentioned that before. So like 1945, so the war's over, they're coming back. Obviously America's obviously had the war, so kind of rationing, as I say. And they get back to full fun times. And it tells a story, and you go how drugs is coming into America at that time period. Obviously they want the gangs to help them out, like the
The mafiosa.
What the hell?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what did you say?
I said the mafiosa.
You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man that doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
Yeah, mafioso, I don't know what I call him. Yeah, it's sweet. But yeah, and it's got Marlon Brando, best actor of the generation, Al Pacino, Robert
Yeah.
Duvall, James Caan.
You've got some actors in that, ain't ya?
Yeah, Talia Shire, who plays Adria in Rocky. So she's also the sister of the director, Francis Ford Coppola, who's also responsible for things like Apocalypse Now. Good friends with George Lucas.
Oh, okay.
He helped him do a lot of stuff with Star Wars, I believe.
He had his finger in that pie.
Yeah. So part of also Al Pacino, it's one of his first films. The studio did not want him in it. They tried to get him out. They tried to replace him. Robert De Niro did. He went for a lot of the auditions for a lot of the cast. Didn't get it. Was in the sequel, which is just as good as the first film. It's a really good film. Really, really good film. The Mafia did not want this film at all being made. At one scene, yeah, well, they even nicked like the trucks that have all the equipment in it and stuff. They threatened the families. But there are a couple of mafioso in the film as well. The rumor is that the guy that plays Carlo Rizzi, who was who becomes son-in-law of the Godfather, he's actually a mafioso, one of the big crime families. And Johnny Fontaine, his guy that plays him, his godfather is a real life mafioso. So they kind of like have a bit of mafia interest into the film as well from the actors.
So be careful what you say, Paul.
Yeah, exactly. Well, West Ten anyway, so yes. But yeah, almost. It's minus 72. Oh, fuck it.
I'm sure the families will still be going now if they're fucking mafia.
Well, it's a film. But it's a good scene. Like, there's a famous scene where the Don makes the head of this film studio an offer he can't refuse. The guy refuses, so he wakes up and there's a horse's head in his bed. So basically, it's his prize horse. Now, Francis Ford, who's supposed to be a prop horse's head, but he put a real one in they got from an abattoir, the rumour is. So the guy's initial shock and reaction is real. He's like, what the fuck is this doing in my bed? It's a real horse head. That's how it goes, rumour is.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. It was good, yeah. So it was a massive film. Got loads of Oscars. Marlon Brando didn't even get his Oscar. He set up a Native American girl's pickup for him. Which is quite famous, I believe. So,
Wasn't that film, or was it another film that he offered an Oscar, but he refused it because he felt he didn't want it? Was it for Apocalypse Now?
I don't know. I know that one because he set up some score. What they call a score Native American girl. So that was
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. Also, I forget. There's one scene where this guy gets shot through an eye, one of the main baddies, and that was inspired by the real-life killing of Bugsy Siegel.
Oh, okay.
Most people know Bugsy Siegel from most gangster films, because it was mentioned. He's in a lot of TV shows, pretty good. But he's the guy, one of the guys that helped founded Las Vegas.
Ah, so that's all mob based, isn't it? That was all run by the mob.
There was nothing there. And that's because the Nevada state, because each state governs themselves, so they had hardly any gambling like laws and stuff.
Yeah.
They can control the gambling laws and the state commission. So it makes it easier for them for like the betting, because gambling's like sports betting, gambling is illegal in most states. I think like Nevada and a couple others, you're allowed to do it. And also, in regards to gambling, if Native American reserves are allowed to gamble now as well, because they have their own rules.
What about
You'll
that?
find a lot of casinos now in Native American land.
There's a bit of history as well.
It's to make money, and the US federal government can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of the things they gave up for him. So.
Well, how about that? We've got a history lesson, movie lessons. Fuck, what next?
Destiny next week as well, so I better make sure I say I like The Godfather.
Yeah, so the name of Corleone comes from not from the actual name, but from the city or town that Vito comes from, which is the Godfather, because on his they go through Statue of Liberty, which is Liberty Island, because they were immigrants. It said his name and where he's from, so he got taken down as Michael Corleone, where he was Michael Anzolini's son Corleone.
Oh.
That's where he got his name. So yeah, it's actually a real place. What's this? Sicily.
Sicily, where all the bastards are from.
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that is the Godfather. There's loads more stuff on top about that. You've got Robert Duvall, who plays one the like foster son. Basically, it's Michael's progression becoming the Godfather, and it's so good. It's a brilliant film.
It's just the
Steve
build-ups,
hates
isn't
I
it?
know you hate Steve, so I'll ask you about it.
I just thought for me, I think as I saw Scarface and that, I don't know any difference if I saw Scarface first, but I just thought, oh, it's say hello to my little friend, you know, that quote, and it's just like Scarface for me was the gangster film. And obviously I quite like The Untouchables. I know it's a bit cheesy, but it's still good.
It's not the same class as Godfather, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not a lover of the Godfather or Scarface, so what that make me?
Yeah.
You know.
Tweeter. You dirty rat.
You dirty rat. Yeah. So I don't care. You know what I mean? But you know, if you enjoy these films,
I know what
enjoy them.
your favourite gangster film is Jiggly, or it's called Giggly.
What?
Or with Ben Affleck.
Nope.
Bugsy Malone.
But there we go.
The way he did the film he did with Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, is that one where he bangs her? Is it? I don't know.
Giggly or Jiggly?
No, I haven't seen that. I wouldn't watch
Oh
it.
my god, it's terrible.
No, not for me.
With a
Not
name
for
like
me.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Jiggly like her back cheeks. Jiggle. Alright, let's go on to my one, shall we?
Quick, break the ice.
Quick, yeah, right. My one is from 1991. It's New Jack City.
Living just enough.
Wesley Snipes. They will own the city. Ice-T. Alan Payne. Chris Rock. Mario Van Peebles. Christopher Williams. Vanessa Williams. Tracy Camilla Johns. And Judd Nelson.
It's absolute. It was a toss-up for me. It was New Jack City or Boys in the Hood. You know, and the thing is, gangster films are such a there's so many films you can call gangster films, because if it's got a gang in it, it's pretty much a gangster film. You know what I mean? Because there's a main gang guy for the gang. It's a gangster film, but really you want a film that is like basically based on gangsters, didn't you? And you know, like Scarface, they're gangsters, mobsters. You know, the Warriors, they're gangs. That is actually properly about them. You know, same like New Jack City's like the up and coming, well, the what they call Cash Money Brothers. And it's the up and coming of how they become who they. Well, it's not the up and coming. They start off. Basically, the film starts off, and it's when's it set? I'm trying to think. 1980.
85 when it started the crack epidemic.
Yeah, it's but it's 2 years before. It's like 83, and it starts off with Nino Brown, played by Wesley Snipes, and G Money, Alan Payne. They're driving along, and one of them G Money goes on about crack, and he goes, "This is the future." And a little bit goes on, and it jumps 2 more years into the beginning of the crack revolution, basically. And this was Wesley Snipes' big break into Hollywood. He basically, the way he got this role was from the Michael Jackson video "Bad."
Who's bad?
This is how he got it.
Yeah, I forgot he was in that.
He was in that, and this is what landed him the role. Because the director, Mario Van Peebles, what a name! Awesome.
He directed that.
He directed that, and he's in it. He plays Detective Stone as well in the film. A lot of the films he's directed, and he's done so much acting as well. It's brilliant. He's a good definitely a good director. But also there's some quite Chris Rock is in this film. He plays a complete crackhead pookie, but it wasn't meant to be him. It was meant to be fucking hell, what's his name? He played in Bad Boys, not Will Smith. Martin Lawrence was meant to play Pookie. Not The Rock. Not The Rock? Not Chris Rock, sorry. The Rock? Shit. You know, you had Ice-T was in it. He was pretty
Nelson.
Pretty good in it, you know. That's Russell Wong.
Quite a cool film, wasn't it?
It was. It's one of those. It's just one of those films that it's just. I mean, I only watched it again the other night, and it's got such a hardcore soundtrack. If you're into hip hop, because back then, like hip hop today is not hip hop, no way at all. Back then it was hip hop. You had proper artists back then. And oh yeah, who was it? Yeah, I've got some good facts. The way Ice-T got into this film, Michael Van Peebles was in a nightclub, and he heard Ice-T telling someone, "If you put me under a microscope," this is a rough quote that he says. He says, "Sound like if you see me put under a microscope, and if you find one molecule of me that gives a fuck, then they'd have a chance." And he's like, "Right, I want that guy in this film." It's like, what the fuck? That is really fucking cool, you know. And what else? It made New Jack City cost $8 million, and it made $47.6 million after that. And the soundtrack was a big success on the Billboard Top 200. It's one of those films that it's proper grimy, like real dark and dingy. Shows you a real savage side though of like what crack can do to people as well. Because at the end of the film, there is it comes up saying about what crack, like, this is not a real like based on real events, but this is what's happening to the world and happening in the cities around. We don't want this to happen, basically. And there should have been a prequel and a sequel to it. They're in the works, but they never come to fruition, which is a shame. You know, they're also what's his face? Flavor Flav is in it. Flavor. I mean, there's an epic speech in it as well.
I'm not guilty. You're the one who's guilty. The lawmakers, the politicians, the Colombian drug lords, all you who lobby against making drugs legal, just like you did with alcohol during the Prohibition. You're the one who's guilty. I mean, come on, let's kick the ballistics here. Ain't no Uzis made in Harlem. I mean, not one of us in here owns a poppy field. This thing is bigger than Nino Brown. This is big business. This is the American way.
Yeah, it's just one of them films where it's about the best one is where you see Wesley Snipes getting beaten at the end by Ice-T. He's got a gun to his head and he's like, "My dick is so hard because I'm not excited to shoot you." It's like, what the fuck?
I want to shoot you so bad. My dick's hard.
That's it. I want to kill you so bad. My dick is hard. And yeah, there's meant to be I can't. There's like a real like hardcore like chick in it. I can't remember her name, but someone else was meant to play her. Some Vanessa. Not Vanessa Williams, Kesha, but Vanessa Williams is a lady called Kesha, and she's really hardcore. They wanted someone else to play her. I can't remember what her name was.
Teresa Randall.
Could have been, but it wouldn't have worked. Basically, it's like really like nope.
List of them chicks.
Yeah.
Well, Teresa Randall was in Sugar Hill with Wesley Snipes.
Ah, okay.
She was one of the main actresses around that time.
Well,
Hot chick that she was.
I remember I've only seen the film once. I think Paul lent it to me on VHS.
It's out of 1991. It's crazy.
I remember it, yeah, like you say, being quite a good film, but yeah, I liked it.
It is just a good, gritty film. It's definitely worth a watch. You know, if you like.
It's got the fashions as well, isn't it?
Oh, the fashion. Yeah.
Those Kangol hats, man. Those Kangol hats are amazing.
The Kangol hats, the tracksuits, but it's the gold bling, the big fuck off chains, which are crazy. You know, I don't think.
Wesley Snipes wear like a long blue blazer with massive shoulder pads.
Yeah. He says one point where he's getting all done up in it. Yeah, and the thing, I don't know what happened to Wesley Snipes. Well, he didn't pay tax, wasn't it? But he was doing well for himself, and then he just went a bit weird.
Blade 3.
Yeah, fair enough.
kind of screen a bit really. And then he went to that straight to video after that. So.
Yeah, it's just weird, wasn't it? Like, you can have these actors who do so well, and they just fall apart. Did Ice-T do any more? Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah, Tank Girl.
He did Trespass as well.
Trespass was a good film, actually. That's another good film. That's a gang film as well, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't it? I mean, yeah. So I was thinking, those are the films that we all think are, good gangster films. I mean, there are more. There's, well, Paul doesn't like it. Gangs of New York. Goodfellas.
Great. That's a great.
Some of the new ones, Lawless was really good, but I saw Gangster Squad and I didn't really think that was.
We got.
It was a bit corny and a bit too cheesy. It was like too overdone. I thought, nah.
Yeah, you got.
There's a gangster film from our childhood that we all love, that we can all sing. So Steve, sing a lyric. You know you want to.
We could have been anything that we wanted to be.
Bugsy Malone.
Good old Bugsy Malone. Also, you got
young Jodie Foster, Scott Five. Happy days.
Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah,
Snatch. Rock-a-Roller.
Layer Cake was quite good. I thought it was alright.
It wasn't bad, but.
You got Miller's Crossing, which is a Karen Brothers film. Really, really good.
What about Street Kings? Would you class that as one?
What's that?
Street Kings.
It's more of a cop film, really, rather than gang. But there's gangs in it.
American Gangster.
Yeah, that was based on one of the biggest.
Public Enemies, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that's not bad actually. That's not a bad one.
One with Tom Hanks, was it Road to Perdition?
That, do you know who? Mary Van Peebles, baby. That's who directed that.
And that's a graphic novel as well, wasn't it? Before.
Yeah. So I was just having a look, and yeah, that's one of his. He let me have a look. Yeah, he I believe he directed Road to whatever it was.
Edition, yeah.
No, Redemption Road. Sorry, my mistake. My mistake.
And obviously there was Once Upon a Time in China, Once Upon a Time in America as well.
Yeah, another one of my favourites. It's a brilliant film. There, it's so. Although I would say if you do watch it, give yourself a whole fucking long day because it's technically 4 hours fucking long. Because I can watch that, I really enjoy it. It's a really good film. So definitely worth a watch.
Rock and Roll was quite a good one as well. Good British gangster film.
Yeah, that's good.
Because when you say gangster film, everyone automatically thinks hats, Tommy guns, don't they?
They do. Yeah, but that's what gangsters are all. That's what you think, didn't you? When you think gangster, you think guns, cash, drugs, sex, chicks, maybe chicks with dicks.
I also say one of my favourite films.
Every kid's dream.
Also, one of my favourite films is a Hong Kong trilogy called Infernal Affairs.
Okay.
It's a really good trilogy. Now, the first one was remade about 5, 7, 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, starring DiCaprio and Matt Damon, and they've called it The Departed. So it's actually a half decent film. Normally they kind of kill.
Scorsese redid it, didn't it? Is that who? Guess who did it?
So it's a Hong Kong originally. It's the trilogy, but they remade the first one.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, Jack Nicholson as well. Yeah. So
it's not a bad film.
The whole premise is from the Hong Kong films.
Yeah.
And it's really the Hong Kong films are really good. I prefer them to The Departed, but The Departed is a good film. Mark Wahlberg's good in that. He plays a really good character. That's not a gangster film.
Yeah.
But that was a bit of a rip-off of Lock, Stock, wasn't it? It was that sort of the comedy was quite similar to Lock, Stock, and I just thought, yeah.
Which one was that?
Lucky Number 11. I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Josh Hartnett.
Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, they try to play these gangs off against each other.
Yeah.
But just sort of another really good British comedy one is Love, Honour and Obey is absolutely brilliant.
I remember that one. Yeah.
I remember that one.
Sean Pertwee, Ray Winston. Yeah, Ray Winston and Jude Law. It's really worth a watch, guys. It's so good. Some quotes in that, I tell you.
What's that? Mel Gibson film, was that Payback? That's a gangster film.
he's got a new film called Bloodfather, and he looks pretty good in it.
Yeah, it's quite violent. Yeah, I suppose that's okay.
Godfather.
Yeah, Bloodfather.
That'll be good.
But anyone got any movie news that we can slip in?
Well, what I would say is we should mention the passing of Mr. Wilder.
Oh yes, we should do. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was a great comedy actor. Those are my favourite films. One of which he mentioned on one of our first podcasts, Blazing Saddles.
Mhm. Blazing Saddles, absolute classic.
Well, shot me in the ass.
We've got.
Most kids will probably know from Willy Wonka.
Yep. Absolute classic. He's the only Willy Wonka that there is, that I'd like to say. But he's, when him and Richard Pryor got together on a film, that was it. Just, I was in stitches. It was his hysterical, comedy though, wasn't it? He could be hysteric, just crazy with his comedy, couldn't he?
I think they won't work together because obviously one's a bit manic, one's kind of straight laced. And I love the scene in Silver Street where they're just walking in the prison. They start doing the gangster walks to try and look hard.
Isn't that so crazy?
So Silver Street, isn't it? It's not so crazy. That's Silver Street. Oh no, not Mr. Crazy. Which one's
the one that they're in together? What I absolutely love is Hear No Evil, See No Evil. G is the deaf one, and Richard Pryor plays what's his name? Wally. He plays the blind one, and they got rid of the police car. They're just into this marsh, and they're trying to bury it, get rid of it. And Wally's saying, or Richard Pryor's saying to him, goes, "Has anybody shouted to you?" Yeah, and he's like, "Well, I've never tried that before." Yeah, he's, "What, me? No one's shouting in your ear to make sure you can't hear anything?" And he's like, Gene Wilder's going, "No, I want you to try, Wally. I want you to try." And so Richard Pryor going up to his ear, and he's going, "Okay, Dave, I'm gonna shout now, really fucking loudly. Can you hear me, Dave?" and then Gene Wilder goes, "Oh," and Richard Pryor's going, "What? Did you hear anything?" And he goes, "No, because I'm fucking deaf."
See, it's just they bounced off each other so well. He didn't do many, no.
I took a break when his third wife got ill, so...
He was meant to come back, because
So he also had cancer as well, twice.
Yeah.
So, probably why, but he wasn't really up for it. He was kind of laid back, and someone said he's like a sheep in LA, because there were walls and that. He's a really nice guy, everyone says. Had a really nice mentality. He didn't get on well with Richard Pryor, really, because Richard Pryor was opposite him. He's always doing drugs. Everyone knows happened there, crack cocaine and stuff, where Wilder was really religious, didn't do anything like that. So it's kind of laid back. So
yeah, he's meant to be real quiet, wasn't he? Yeah, they say he's meant to be really quiet, and people come up to him and be like, "God, and be funny," and he's like, "No, I'm just don't want to be myself. Just leave me alone." So it's crazy. He did 21 films, and but he also fuck, I can't remember what I was going to say now. I don't know. I'm lost. But he did a bit of directing, but he was meant to actually come back. There's some rumour going around. Ready Player One is being made by Spielberg at the minute, and he was meant to play this basically. There's an old I can't remember his bloody name, but there's this old guy who plays he's basically this creator of this game, basically, and he was going to play him. He was going to come back and play him, supposedly. And it's such a shame because he would have played him so well as well. Because you can picture him if you read the book, and you picture this character, you're like, yes, Gene Wilder would have been perfect for it. It's just
really?
Yeah, and it would have been perfect. The voice, everything would have gone so well with it.
Because he was good in Young Frankenstein. I'd never seen it before, and I bought it the other day on Blu-ray, and it's an old film, but it's still good. It's just
1974. Young Frankenstein, yeah. Yeah, because majority of his films, they started off like Bonnie and Clyde, 1967.
Yeah, isn't that so?
The Producers. Then 1971 was where he started getting a bit bigger, like with Charlie and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That's what it's originally called. Then you've got Blazing Saddles, Little Prince, Young Frankenstein. Then he started working with Richard Pryor, Silver Streak. The Fiasco Kid, Sunday Lovers, Stir Crazy, Hanky Panky, and his last film was Another You in 1991. Then he did television.
And remember, one of his great films, for anyone who's watched Weird Science, Woman in Red, everyone knows Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah,
She was set in both same year, 85, before she married Steven Seagal. How the fuck did he get her?
With his special kung fu kicks.
In the film, he's just about to get with her in the bed, and then the door goes, and it's her husband. He jumps out the window, and he's like,
Oh.
So that's a class film.
Love it.
So yeah, that's just some remembrance of Gene Wilder.
You lose! Good day, sir!
He was just comedy genius. Mel Brooks loved working with him.
They weren't friends either, were they? Towards the end.
No. But, it's... No one's really friends in Hollywood. They all just like to come out and say a nice thing about people, didn't they?
Yeah. There's a few mates like Matt Damon.
Matt
And Ben Affleck. Matt Damon. He must hate this. He must hate Stone Park and that.
Yeah, he must do. But yeah. So, any future gangster movies coming out? I mean, I've had a look.
I can't find anything.
It's not all I've seen is it's not really a gangster film. It's John Wick 2, but he goes up against gangs of people. That's really good. But on other movie news, I've seen the old Ben Affleck tweeted out the picture of Deathstroke. Well, a little video of Deathstroke, but for some reason that's in Justice League, and I thought Ben Affleck was doing a Batman film. So, a bit bizarre. What do you think?
They're rumoring going to cast that Joe Manganiello guy.
Yes. So I don't know.
Bit of a beast.
Not too sure though.
He's done quite well, Ben Affleck, there, hasn't he? Because I must admit, Batman vs Superman, I was unsure of, because everyone was like,
have you watched it again?
I really thought he nailed it.
I like him as I watched Batman vs Superman, then I watched the unrated version, and it makes a bit more sense if you watch that one. Watch that one again, and I think Ben Affleck, fuck me, when he goes off as Batman, like when you see him actually going up against them people, I think he's shit hot. I think he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
the film. I just didn't like the Doomsday CGI.
Oh no, Doomsday was dog shit.
Like fucking donkey.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was like, really, you've got Wonder Woman in it? Kind of, if they kept her out of the trailers and brought her in, as a surprise,
if she just turned up,
so much better, because you wouldn't have awesome. They like Wonder Woman.
Whoa, guys! I don't know how the fuck we've gone from gangsters to this.
Because we love films, baby. Because we love movies.
Yeah, fair enough. But I think we should stop that conversation for another, like for another superhero movie one.
No,
But yeah, so I think we should probably end it on that note.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anything else you guys want to add? All right, what's the next one going to be?
Talk about Suicide Squad, but that was a more recent film, was it? I don't know if they're going to do another one of that.
I'd like to think so. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's just they wasted Joker, so you can't really comment about Jared Leto in that film.
You can't give it for the amount of time he's in it. You can't judge him on that performance.
I thought the way he did it, I liked it.
I liked it.
He didn't have enough time. It's like,
no.
Why put Joker in there?
Exactly.
Quite dark and evil, wasn't he? Because the Joker was quite evil. I mean, in the comics, he's got lots of green, wavy hair, hasn't he? But this is more like
just a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like
crazy motherfucker.
Well, my wife, she loved it. Debbie, when we come out, she's like, why did people say he was bad as Joker? I thought he was fucking brilliant, like a proper psycho. And I was like, yeah, sweet baby. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think they just wasted him as a baddie.
Yes, But that could be
if they
setting
brought
up.
him in at the end, again, right at the end, as a surprise, to rescue her, spoiler alert, then that'd be awesome, because you're like, awesome! But now you're like, yeah, just wasted him.
Yeah, but that could be a build-up.
Spoiler alert, and then say the spoiler alert, just so you know.
Spoiler alert at the start of the podcast.
Yeah, now I have to fucking sift through it all, find where it is, and go, okay, there's a spoiler alert 40 fucking something minutes in. You bastard.
Well, we said spoiler alert at the start of the podcast. I thought people would listen.
Fucking hell.
Bitch.
Right, that's it. This is the end. We're done. Okay, are we just gonna randomly pick something after this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Alright, now, do you know what, Steve, you can pick the next one, what you want it to be, because Paul wanted gangsters. Steve, you can pick the next one, and we'll go from there. Right.
Okay, cool.
Just not porn.
Jesus.
What about, how does horror sound?
Do horror if you like, yeah?
My least favourite subject.
That's fair play, no, do horror. Cool.
That's good, last one didn't record.
Cool, yeah, so, fair enough. Right ho, guys. This is the end of the podcast. If you want to get in touch with us, we have a Twitter page at coswelikemovies, all one word. If you want to ask us any questions or give us a review, even would be nice. Our feed, or opinions. Our feed is going to be on iTunes soon. They're being a pain in the ass, but it will be up there soon. But we are on Podbean as well. I can't remember the link to that. I will do for the next one, or I might chuck it in later on. If you want to get in touch with me, it's ScoutTrooper at ScoutTrooper13 on Twitter. That's all I'm giving you guys at the minute. And I don't know whether Paul or Steve want to give out any of their deets.
I'm on Twitter, DJ Gibbsy80.
Sweet. Paul?
I'm Perm at TuffyBoy17.
Yeah, so if you want to give us any hate mail, send it to those two, not me. So that's the podcast. Yeah. Or any naked pics.
That's football, the game you don't like because you're special.
I tell you what, Perm likes dick pics. Send them to him. Alright. That's
Transsexual shit for Hector. He fucking loves that shit.
Right, that's the end of the podcast. Alright, that's it, guys. That's the end of the podcast. Cheers for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. The horror ones next week. Cheers. Alright.